Hey guys, so this is going to be a little bit of a business story time, but really it's just to talk about how important time is and how you have to respect other people's time, but also don't allow other people to waste yours. So I've been in business for myself full time since 2008-ish, and I started as an entrepreneur in 2006 when I stepped into creating my own side business while I was a legal assistant full time. Then I stopped being a legal assistant, worked several other jobs as a licensed massage therapist while I was operating my business, and then I let the jobs go, and then I just stuck in there with my business aspirations and just making it work, because I got tired of trying to make other things work when I really do believe that God was just pushing me into doing what I was supposed to be doing for myself and just trusting Him to help me in that business walk. But I'll just get to the point and why I'm even talking about this. So we know that for some of us, money is an easy thing to gain, and then for some of us, it seems like money is not as easy to gain. But to be honest with you, anybody can get money. Anybody can get money. But time is that one asset that you can't get any more of. Once 24 hours of your day is gone, that 24 hours, that day, it's done, it's gone. You can never get that time back. So as much money as I have been able to make in my business over the years, the one thing I just don't play with is my time. And I don't play with other people's time either. I feel that, like the guy said in the movie Drumline,
and if you wish to remain here, you better start believing in being on time.
so if I have an appointment, I'm going to try my best to be there early. I don't even want to get there on time. I want to be there before time. And if I'm going to be running late, it's usually because of something beyond my control, and I will let whoever I'm dealing with that I have an appointment know that I'm running late because of these things. My apologies, but I try my best not to be late. So if I have an appointment with, not even if, but when I have appointments with clients in my business locations, I'm traveling to my destination well before. So if I have an appointment scheduled at 9 a.m. and I know the distance my home is from that specific business location that I'm traveling to, I'm not going to leave to get there on time. I'm going to leave to get there early, and I'm also going to factor in the time of day that I'm leaving, if there are other traffic issues that are going to be involved, so that I can get there with time to spare, so that I can prepare and get ready. And now with everything going on with the CV situation in the world, you know what I'm talking about. I'm getting there so that we can clean and sanitize and prep and all of that good stuff, so that I can be ready on time. I don't like it when people are late for an appointment that they set with me and they don't let me know. I don't like when they're late, period, but if you're letting me know, then at least I know that you are valuing my time and you're letting me know that you do value my time, and that's why you're giving me that heads up that, hey, I'm on my way, but I'm running a little bit late. Well, in my business, we require a confirmation for appointments. Now, we have several different ways that people can confirm appointments. They can confirm through the scheduling system. There's a text message, there's an app, there are emails, and if they don't, it's pretty simple. If they don't confirm one of those ways, which all they literally have to do is tap it, and it takes you to the screen and say, you've confirmed, thank you so much. Like, it's not hard. It doesn't take but a couple of seconds to do it. Then my assistants will also put a phone call out there to you or text message to let you know that we're just checking to confirm your appointment to see if you are still going to make it in. Now, I have clients that have been coming to me for many, many years that has never confirmed an appointment. But you know what? They show up. And if they can't make it, they're letting us know. So they have a history. So I'm not a huge stickler for the confirmations if someone hasn't confirmed an appointment if they have a history with us of showing up. Because if they have a history of showing up, if they don't show up, then we know something must be wrong, and we're checking in with you and checking out what's going on to make sure you're okay, because something must be up. But if you have a history of, well, first of all, if you have no history, you've never been into us before, we have nothing to compare it with. So if you haven't confirmed your appointment and you don't let us know that you're still coming in, we're going to go ahead and cancel that appointment. Because the thing is, I would much rather cancel an appointment that's on my schedule so that we can allow someone else to schedule, or I can do something else with my time. Because again, my time, I can't get it back. It's valuable. It's one of those commodities that I wish I had more of. Sometimes I wish that there was a Thursday, which is a day between Thursday and Friday, another extra day of the week, where I could get some more stuff done and get some more stuff in. Because especially when it comes to me creating my content that I want to create, I have like lists of videos that I have either scripted out, planned and prepared what I need for the video so that I can record it, that I haven't had a chance to record yet, or I have some other things that I have recorded but I haven't had a chance to get it into editing, to get it, on the channel, and just so many other things. That's just one thing. I have a podcast. I have another podcast that I'm starting that's just about business. I have my blog. I have my brick and mortar business that has a website, that has, clients that we service, and all these different other things, where it's like, I just don't have enough time. I would rather someone not be on my schedule if they don't plan on coming in for the service that they scheduled, versus having it on my schedule and showing up for them and hoping and praying that they're going to just show up. I don't need to waste my time, because I don't need that money that bad. The money can come to me in so many other ways. People buy products online. That's another, avenue that I'm blessed to have. And, and just other things. And there are other people that are scheduling appointments for weeks out. So when someone doesn't have a history with us and we have nothing to compare it to, if they haven't confirmed the appointment, I would rather cancel it versus charging them a no-show fee if they don't show up for the appointment. Because that's another policy that we have in my business. If you don't show up for your appointment, we will charge you a no-show fee. Now, years ago, and not very long ago, but we had where we would charge for the full amount of the service. I stopped doing that. I didn't do that in the beginning, but I only did it because I got sick and tired of entitled, ungrateful employees, not all of them, but there were some, who would get upset when someone didn't show up for an appointment and they got mad because they didn't make any commissions for the time that they had blocked out. I understand it, but that's life. It happens to the best of the best, where somebody will just be inconsiderate and not show up for an appointment. But to charge somebody for the full service, I didn't agree with, but I tried it just to see how it would work, just to show staff that I cared about their grievances and I was willing to consider them and try it out and see if it works. Well, it didn't work out, because the level of people who would have complaints about charges to their card for services that they didn't get done versus someone being charged like a $25 fee was just, it just did not add up. So I stopped doing that. Because again, like I said, I'm going to do what's best for my business versus some entitled, ungrateful employee. So I stopped doing that. But I would rather cancel the appointment than even charge the no-show fee, because again, if I had that appointment canceled, somebody else who's serious and really wants that time, well, more likely than not, they will schedule that appointment, and then I don't have to worry about having wasted time on the schedule. Or I could be doing other things with my time, like I just said before. Well, recently there was a client that was on my schedule. I never worked with this person before. They had come into the business and had a history of coming in for appointments with other employees, but also had a history of cancellations and no-shows. All of this data is in our system. So because this person's appointment was not confirmed, and this was my first time having an appointment with them, I had my assistant reach out to the person to let them know, you either need to confirm your appointment and that you're going to show up, or we're going to have to cancel your appointment. No hard feelings. Wasn't being rude about it, but just letting this person know we have a high demand for appointments and low availability. So if you're not going to show up, I don't want to keep you on the schedule. So, and we also do require at least 48 hours notice for confirming appointments. We don't want confirmations at the last minute. But we just gave this person grace, and it was the day of the appointment. The person sent a text message and said they still did plan on coming in for the appointment. And I said, okay, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and keep it on the schedule. Well, I guess a few moments after that, the person reaches back out to my assistant and says, well, they thought about it and they've never had to confirm an appointment in the past, and they didn't like the fact that we were asking them to confirm the appointment, so they weren't going to be coming in. Well, first of all, we've always required confirmations. Whether it was enforced is another story. So I've had different administrative assistants over the years, and that's the one thing as an owner of a business I don't have time to do, which is sit and make sure that every single task and duty that an administrative has in their duties and descriptions is being handled every single time. We all know that it's just impossible. So that's probably the reason why this person has a history of having cancellations and no-shows, because it had been allowed by former administrative assistants that were not enforcing the rules. So I just told my assistant to let the person know we will gladly cancel the appointment. And I also made it known to my assistant, don't ever schedule that person to come back to this business ever again, because I don't want to work with people like that, and neither do I want my employees to have to work with people like that, because that is a huge sense of entitlement when a business is letting you know what our rules and guidelines and standards are, and you're letting us know what you don't plan on doing. Well, you don't plan on coming back here, and that's all good, because for every one client that leaves, 3 more will come. And when I tell you, literally, I had 3 new clients after that person canceled. One that booked online that was coming from Sweden. And I'm not saying that to brag. This is also something to encourage you guys that are watching this video, to let you know that sometimes you may feel like you're in a position that you are starting out, you're new in business, you're new to what you're doing, you're growing your craft, and yeah, you may put up with some bull crap, and you may deal with some things that you feel like you have to because you're trying to get to a certain place. But it's important that you let your standards be known in the beginning. That's why I also recommend whatever your prices are going to be for your services, you start that in the beginning. Don't start low and then start putting your prices up higher later. Get your prices to where you are in the beginning, but offer promos and discounts. That way people know, well, this is what it normally is, but you're giving me a deal. You're gifting me something, and I'm going to gift you my presence in exchange for the gift that you're giving me, versus starting out, for example, charging $50, and then in a year you're charging $100, and then $150 2 years. People don't like that stuff. People don't really like change, even though change is good in a lot of ways, and change is necessary as we grow. We all change. We're infants, we grow into adults. an adult should never be an infant. That change is good. Change is good. Change is necessary. But just let people know what your standards are in the beginning, and that way there really won't be much room for people to try to debate you on the situation. So yeah, I just let my sister know that has always been the rules. Those have always been the standards. She's always gotten a request to confirm the appointment from our system because it's being sent out to everyone that schedules an appointment. But again, it wasn't enforced like it should have been by former administrative assistants, and now I am heavily on all of the rules and guidelines and regulations, and because she didn't like it doesn't mean that I'm going to change my rules to make it fit for what she wants. So I could have cared less if she got an attitude about it. Bye-bye. 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 Like, bye. It does not stop the show. It doesn't stop the show. I just wanted to talk about that situation, and that's just one situation. But your time is valuable. Respect other people's time and don't allow anybody else to waste yours, because they say time is money, but time is more than money, because you can't buy time. You can't really trade time for dollars. In essence, we try to do that when it comes to offering services, and we'll charge what this is, and we just estimate about how much time it may take to do that. But in actuality, you're charging for the service. You're not really charging so much for the time, because your time is always, for the most part, more valuable than what you're charging for it. It's just hard to really put that into a dollar amount for a lot of people without shocking the crap out of them and allowing you to still be able to make money in whatever industry that you are in. I just happen to be in the wellness and beauty industry, but your time is valuable. Don't allow anyone to waste yours. And I'm just going to end it at that. But you guys let me know in the comment section if you've had any issues with people trying to waste your time, or maybe you have been the guilty party and you don't mean to be. There are some people who just have issues with being late all the time. And God bless her, I have a client that has been coming to me probably since 2011, and she still comes to get services done with me, but the woman will miss appointments. But you know what? She will pay me for her missed appointments. If she had 3 appointments that she missed when she comes in that 4th time, she will pay for all of those missed appointments and for her current appointment. But she's a millionaire. And I'm not saying because she's a millionaire she can do that, but I'm saying that she's a millionaire that respects time. And if you respect time, you can get to that status as well. I believe I'm well on my way because I've always respected other people's time. So I'm going to respect yours by going ahead and wrapping this video up, guys. So thanks so much for joining me for this video. This is Business Mondays. And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. This is the Minister of Beauty here to share the Bible. That's business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. Until the next time, have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.